Reading is fun and math is great, but now it's time for art with Miss Kate.
Buenos dias, artistas. Hello, artists. Emily the art dog and I are going to teach you how to make an accordion fold book today. And we're going to read Harold and the Purple Crayon. But my book is going to be called Kate and the Purple Crayon. So, let's get to work. My dear friend and mentor, Lori Worth, taught me this lesson a million years ago when I was student teaching. It's a beauty. So, here we go. This book is a classic, Harold and the Purple Crayon by Crockett Johnson. This book is so fun. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight, and he needed something to walk on. He made a long straight path so he wouldn't get lost, and he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long straight path. So he left the path for a shortcut across a field, and the moon went with him. The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest ought to be, and he didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest with just one tree in it. It turned out to be an apple tree. The apples would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red. So he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples, and it was a terribly frightening dragon, and it even frightened Harold. He backed away, and his hand holding the purple crayon shook. Suddenly he realized what was happening, but by then Harold was over his head in an ocean. He came up thinking fast, and in no time he was climbing aboard a trim little boat. He quickly set sail, and the moon sailed right along with him. After he sailed long enough, Harold made land without too much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and the thought of picnics made him hungry, so he laid out a nice, simple picnic lunch. There was nothing but pie, but there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left, and he hated to see so much delicious pie go to waste. So he left a very hungry moose and a deserving porcupine to finish it up. And off he went, looking for a hill to climb to see where he was. Harold knew the higher up he went, the further he could see. So he decided to make the hill into a mountain, and if he went high enough, he thought, he could see the window of his bedroom. He was tired, and he felt he ought to be getting to bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of the mountain. But as he looked down over the other side of the mountain, he slipped, and there wasn't another side of the mountain, and he was falling in thin air. But luckily he kept his wits and his purple crayon, and he made a balloon, and he grabbed onto it. And he made a basket under the balloon big enough to stand in, and he had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't see a house. So he made a house with windows, and he landed the balloon on the grass in the front yard. None of the windows was his window. He tried to think where his window ought to be. He made more windows, and he made a big building full of windows. He made lots of buildings full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows. But none of the windows was his window, and he couldn't think of where it might be. So he decided to ask a policeman. The policeman pointed the way Harold was going anyway, but Harold thanked him. And he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room and his bed. And then suddenly Harold remembered. He remembered where his bedroom window was. when there was a moon, it was always right around the moon. Then Harold made his bed. He got in it and he drew up the covers. The purple can dropped on the floor and Harold dropped off to sleep. So let's look at my examples here. I have a lot of them and most of them are not finished. This one is called Kate and the Blue Crayon. Now, of course, you can use any color you want. I will tell you that yellow will be hard to see and light pink would be hard to see and white won't show up on white paper at all. But if you want to use another darker colored paper, white would show up. So here, it's very early in the morning, my alarm goes off, and here's my car, here's my steering wheel, here's my coffee, here's my sun visor, and it's election day. So I drove to the polls, then I went home and I exercised, here's my weight set, and a radio I was listening to, and then I made dinner for my kids, and then I never finished the book. You know me, shortcut for demonstrations. Here we have Kate and the Red Crayon. I like this one. I decided to go for a walk and I drew a flying carpet and I flew over my town because I've always wanted to ride on a flying carpet. And then the flying carpet ran into a staircase and at the bottom of the staircase was a scary witch. And I never finished the book. Oh boy, I should have finished that one. Kate and the Blue Crayon. There's a bunny cake, and there's a piggy, and some blue shoes, and a pet bird, and the number 4, and a tree. Oh, this was for my daughter's 4-year-old birthday party. She had a bunny cake, and I read her a book about a piggy. Now she's 22, so that one's pretty old. Kate and the Orange Crayon. There's all my alarm clocks, and my coffee, and my dog Ziggy. And some breakfast and some more coffee. Whoa. And some clothes and brushing my teeth. Here's my 3 kids sleeping and I never finished the book. Kate and the Green Crayon. Oh, there's the moon and the windows right around my moon. Just like for Harold. There's all my alarm clocks and my coffee. Some clothes, getting dressed. There's Ziggy. I say goodbye to Ziggy in the car. And I go to school and teach the Harold and the Purple Crayon lesson. Now, I'm going to make this one be Kate and the Purple Crayon because I realize I don't have any that are Kate and the Purple Crayon. So the way you make an accordion fold book is you take a piece of paper and you fold it like a hot dog bun. What if you don't have a paper this size? You could tape 2 normal size papers together, okay? Remember, when we do art at home, we just use whatever we have. You might have to tape things together, you might have to use collages, it doesn't matter. We do what's right for us in our house with the supplies we have. Now I'm going to cut on this fold, okay? And I'll save that other strip for another art project. And then if you want to make an accordion fold book, you fold it like this. And then this way. And turn it over and fold it this way. Now you have a nice little book. I'm going to make this one be Kate and the Purple Crayon because I don't have any that are purple. Isn't that funny? I've used every other color but purple. Oh, that was lucky. The first one I grabbed was purple. So here's, I'm going to put my name. You would put your name. And I'm going to write purple. Say you're using red, you would write red. Purple, and then crayon. Alright? That's the title of my book, Kate and the Purple Crayon. Now I open it to my first page, and I am going to make my dog, Emmy Lou. Here she is. She's a very hairy little dog. Excuse me. We can't go to the groomers right now, and she doesn't like it when I trim her. She doesn't like when anyone trims her, so she's pretty shaggy. And when I try to trim her nails, she doesn't like that either, and she tries to bite me. So she's looking like a scruffy little dog, but she's still very cute. So here's Emmy Lou, and Emmy Lou is going to go for a walk. And here's my sidewalk. Okay, and on our walk, we see a fire hydrant, and Emmy Lou is going to do her business. She, like many dogs, is kind of fond of fire hydrants. And along the sidewalk, we're starting to get some grass because it's getting to be springish. And I'll make my book during the daytime. Harold was at night. And we keep walking. And then we see that magic carpet that was in my other book. And Emmy Lou decides she wants to take a ride on the magic carpet because she's never done that. She's like me, she thinks magic carpets are awesome. So she gets on the magic carpet and she's wagging her tail and she's going to go up, up and away. But I'm not going to finish this book because I want you to have lots of time to do your artwork. But you could turn it over and you can make 4 more pictures on the back. And then you have a story. Kate and the Purple Crayon. Okay, my friends. I hope you enjoy learning how to make an accordion fold. Thank you, Lori Worth, for this wonderful lesson. And we'll see you soon, friends.